Ahoy, morning breathers. Happy Friday.
Friday.
Happy Friday. We made it to the weekend.
We did. Well, we're close anyway.
Well, we're here.
Still got.
We gotta get through
I gotta
today.
get through today.
But that's, one small step.
we're a lot closer than we were yesterday.
Yes, we were.
right?
Yes, we are. So, happy Friday to everybody. Well, ahoy. We've got ahoy from Jeff. He's down in Snowmageddon.
Snowmageddon.
You had an early report on snow in Missouri and
Well,
Kansas.
Jeff mentioned yesterday that they were going to be under warning, get 2 to 4 inches of snow. So this is not breaking because Jeff said it yesterday. But I looked this morning. It's like a severe snowstorm warning for 2 to 4 inches, which just seems weird. So the every county's like lit up in pink in Arkansas. So
yeah.
So, but Missouri's getting it too. They're getting a lot more snow in Missouri and in Arkansas than we've got here.
They can have it.
They can have it. It's all them.
Yeah. Because we're kind of frozen right now.
Yeah.
I really don't want any snow because that just makes it colder.
Exactly. We got a trace this morning.
We did. You did a very nice job of cleaning your walk this
Yeah.
morning.
Peter drove down from Iowa City this morning, so he made it.
Just barely.
Just barely.
Just barely. So we did get just a skiff, but
Yeah.
it was a nice, pleasant walk down here this morning.
Yeah, well,
here.
up here. Yeah, if you're going north,
I'm going up.
going up.
Nikki G's here,
Nikki
Jimmy
G.
Arnold. We got all kinds of people.
Cindy was in there first.
Cindy she was
She was on it.
the first to ahoy this morning.
She was the
Miss
first to
Cindy.
ahoy.
Well, let's say the Southeast Iowa Video Network. We're sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. And the Morning Breath crew, the three of us this morning. Oh, we got Peter.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Ahoy.
Peter. And Boss Man Matt.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy. We are sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie. So, there's a football game on last night, Peter? Did you stay up and watch the whole thing?
I did.
I did, too. Did you stay up and watch the whole thing?
Kind of.
Yeah, well, how do you kind of stay up?
So-
you fall asleep during part of it?
So my wife and I were watching something else, and I've subjected her to a lot of football, and we got a lot more football coming up. So I was like going to set this game out mostly and just kind of follow along on my phone. But finally, I'm like, yeah, because it got to about halftime, and I think I'm just going to go up, lay in bed, and watch this in bed. Instantly fell asleep, so I was out, and so I missed the second half, and I didn't see the first half, so I missed the second half. But right around 10 o'clock,
You woke up?
my wife came upstairs, and the TV was still on, and she came upstairs, and she woke me up, and she says, "This game is tied."
Are you watching this?
Yeah, she goes, "This game is tied," and so I watched. Penn State just got the punt with 48 seconds left or something, and then Aller threw that interception, and then so I saw the last basically minute of the game.
Yeah. Well, as it turns out, that's all you really
That's
need.
all. That's all you needed, right?
So I went up to my daughters and Jed's. I haven't seen them and the kids for a while.
Yep.
So and Patty's been kind of sick, so I thought, I'd just get out of here and
Right.
watch it with them. We're just watching along, having a good time, and they just snapped. Notre Dame just snaps the ball to kick the winning field goal.
Yep.
Hannah's TV goes out.
Oh no!
Shuts off.
Oh no!
Shuts off right then. And I said, "What the hell was that?
What just happened?
Why did that?" She goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe it did it right then." There's some internal timer on that. If
That's
it's on so long,
It shuts
there's
off.
no warning. It just shuts off.
Oh jeez.
And it was exactly. They snapped the ball. Picture went black.
Yeah.
I assumed he was going to make it. And then when it came back on and, went through all that stuff.
They were talking before that game though that Notre Dame is not a great field goal kicking team.
Okay.
So clearly he made a couple last night that mattered, right? And the one that won. But I guess they're not a great all season. They haven't been a great field goal game.
That said he was like 0 for 4 in go-ahead field goals
Yeah.
in the
Ooh.
fourth quarter all season.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and that kick was like veering right too.
It
And
was
It
then
was.
the second just moved through. So
Yeah.
So I'd say Notre Dame is surprises, or Penn State is a little more like Iowa than we like to think.
Yeah.
Plays one half very different. Than
Iowa
the
with
other.
5 stars.
Iowa 5 stars exactly. Yeah. Well, we've kind of been talking about it. I was kind of rooting for Big Ten, so Penn State, Ohio State, and I want
Yeah.
the Big Ten, especially because I want the SEC out of it, right?
Yeah.
So I want the Big Ten to have two but I can't stand Penn State. So I was not totally broken up by that.
Me neither. I didn't want Penn State. I did want them there. I certainly didn't want them to win the football championship and wrestling.
Right.
I mean, let's face it, they're gonna
win.
They should
wrestling.
win wrestling.
Yeah, they didn't do very well at the Southern Scuffle though.
I haven't seen
Army
anything.
won. Penn State was there, and Army won. Anyway, I just saw something about it. Wrestling talk.
Yeah, love wrestling, but I haven't seen much. So they don't need two national
No,
champions.
they do not. They do not.
And I'm okay. There's something about Notre Dame that doesn't bother me. It just doesn't. I like that they're on their own.
Yeah, I have no problems with Notre Dame. I wish they'd join the Big Ten, to be honest, but I don't see that happening. They were talking about that too. So Notre Dame, one of the big things Notre Dame doesn't want to join a conference. Jeff says SEC hater, Matt. Kinda.
Isn't Arkansas?
Yeah,
the SEC?
they are.
Yeah.
So I like Arkansas, Jeff. So it's all right.
With the Arkansas,
is
I
an
can get
exception.
along with Missouri.
Yeah,
too.
but anyway, they say Notre Dame's got all these. They got their own TV contract. They get, they don't have to split the conference winnings or whatever. But they're gonna get a huge payday out of this playoff, especially going 4 rounds deep, because they don't have to split that money with
Some
anybody.
TV, yeah.
And they're like the Big Ten gets whatever the payout is, multi-million dollars, and then they divide it equally across all 18 teams.
Yeah.
Notre Dame says, nope, I'm going to keep all that.
You can say what you want about Notre Dame. They were probably the first college football team to think ahead and say, you know what, I want my own TV rights.
Yeah. Well, BYU kind of did that too, but Notre Dame just has such a national following, they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Texas even kind of tried. And,
They tried.
And couldn't really pull it off.
Yeah. You don't bet against Jesus, Matt.
Fair point. Fair point.
God always wins. So were you surprised, Peter?
I was surprised.
I felt like Penn State just kind of got away from running the ball or the defense. I don't know, maybe there's a defensive change that,
Yeah.
I don't know. They were not the same team coming out, because I think all they needed to do was hand the ball off to, what's his name? I don't know everybody's name, but
Well, I did see as I was falling on my phone in the first half, they got up 10-0, and I
Yeah.
thought, well, with that defense, they're going to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But obviously not. And the Notre Dame quarterback got knocked out in the first half.
just for a little bit, yeah. It was an exciting game. It was one that was not halted much by officials, so there wasn't a lot of flags.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a fun game to watch
No,
overall.
I think it was the second best game of the playoff.
Second best. The first one being
I liked Arizona State, Texas.
that was
Yeah,
a
that was a good
too.
game.
That was a good game. Too.
Yeah.
Very fun.
So, what are you? Any predictions for tonight?
I got Ohio State.
Covering? You betting?
Favorite
What,
by-
what is the spread?
I think it's 6, but it'll change.
Yeah. Well, they're
Seems
in
like a lot.
they're in Texas. I mean, that's the only. I
But
think
it
we.
is snowing.
But it is
so-
snowing. Not inside
Kind of
Jerry
going
World.
to the
It's not.
advantage.
But
It'll
all
be
those,
interesting.
all those Texas fans be like, "No, I'm staying home. Half-inch of snow. I'm not going out.
I can't get out.
I can't get out there."
Who drives in that?
The Ohio State fans do.
The Ohio State fans.
The Ohio State
Boy, there was
fans.
a lot of Penn State fans at that game last night.
Mhm.
There was a lot of white there.
Was there? That game that was in Miami,
Yeah.
right?
Cool stadium, cool looking stadium.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that was my fun story. Thanks, Jed and Hannah, for just about giving me a heart attack.
So Ohio State, if you're Ryan Day, you got beat by Michigan, you got crucified, everybody wanted to fire him. You go ahead and win the national title. Do you just flip everybody the bird and say, "All right, I'm out"?
Hell yeah, you do. Well, you don't.
I mean, it's a lot of
Flip
money.
the verb, but
Yeah.
I read an article that said that losing to Michigan made them much better.
Oh yeah, I think it probably did kicked him in the butt a little bit, right? So,
They had no business losing to Michigan.
Nope.
They just didn't.
nope.
But Michigan's kind of had their number the last few years.
Yep. Jeff said he went to South Bend to see Touchdown Jesus. He says not a Notre Dame guy, but he gets it. I would go watch a Notre Dame game. I think that'd be kind of cool to be in that stadium. And have you been there?
I've been I have a friend who writes for Notre Dame,
Okay.
so I went and visited him once, and we walked outside the stadium and saw Touchdown Jesus and all that. It's cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
I would go. I mean, I don't even care where they play. I'd go just because I think it'd be a good, neat experience.
It's funny because each gate in the stadium is named after a national champion head coach at Notre Dame.
Oh,
right?
jeez.
Wow.
But they're out of gates, so if Freeman wins, I don't know where they're gonna put him. Is the thing.
Put one at Iowa because we got none of those. So there's not a single national champion coach in football. But we got Gable, damn it.
We got Gabe. We do. That's for sure. That would be cool to go see that. So I agree. What do we got? We got some. What do you have over there?
So I got a story. I told you guys about this yesterday after the show, but I think it's worth bringing up during the show.
Yeah.
United Airlines has banned a man from flying on their aircraft because he urinated on another passenger.
You know, sometimes, Matt, you got to go.
You got to go.
And if somebody's in your way, or I don't know the whole details here.
Well, so I don't know them all, but anyway, there is a flight from San Francisco to Manila, so it's a 12-hour flight.
Well, that's going to take some time.
That's going to take some time, and one passenger, Jerome Gutierrez, was asleep, and he woke up because another man had gotten up out of his seat and was urinating on him.
Boy.
Right in the aisles, right there, and so of course
was he
he's
a window seat.
yeah, I
This
don't
dude
know.
peeing over somebody else.
I don't know. That'd be good. So anyway, the long and short of it, he was startled. He didn't know what was happening. The guy urinated on him, basically soaked him from his stomach clear to his shoes in another man's urine.
Yeah, that's fun.
And the flight attendants really wouldn't let him get up and do anything about it because they were afraid there was going to be a confrontation. And so they were trying to keep them as far separated as they could. But anyway, the bottom line is this guy had to sit for 8 hours on this plane.
Hell, by then it's dried.
Yeah, all right. But in another man's urine, even if it's not wet anymore, it's still
And
dried.
It probably
in another
smells
man's-
like pee.
It probably smells like pee. So 8 hours he had to sit there soaked in another guy's pee.
I wouldn't do well. I would have to take my pants off.
The urinator is banned from all future flights.
I suspect.
Yeah.
And I suspect did the guy sue him or anything?
I don't know. I don't have those details.
I wonder. That would not be fun.
Yeah.
It's bad enough to be wet, but then you think about
Yeah.
even if you try and block it out. It's just water, it's just water, it's just water, but it smells like pee.
Yeah. And I don't, the guy that did the urinating, it didn't really say whether he was sleepwalking, just being a jerk. I don't know. Had an episode of some sort. I don't know. But
Yeah.
he
Well-
still urinated on another man.
Jeez. How could you let him pee that much? I would have stopped him
Well-
way before he drenched me like that bad.
How do you stop that?
That's surely it's going to wake you up.
Well, I know, but then what are you going to do? He's still going to go.
Go. I'm pushing him out of the damn way.
Well, maybe you can push him out so he's urinating on
Whack that
somebody
thing.
else. Whack that thing.
Instead of spit on that thing, whack that thing.
A little Hawk Tuah reference. We
Little
haven't had
Hawk
that
Tuah.
in a while.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I would hope I would wake up way sooner before I was drenched.
Yeah.
I may not, but
Well, first of all, if you're sleeping, you're in deep sleep, and so you wake up, it takes a minute to realize what's happening. I think you'd realize that pretty quickly. But
I think you have just touched upon the reason why I never sleep on a plane,
it's just, or at least be by the window, right?
because this has not yet to happen to me. Because I just don't sleep. I can't. It's very difficult for me to sleep on a plane.
Yeah.
Perhaps if I was on one for 11 hours, I might fall asleep.
I have not been on an airplane since 2000, before 9/11.
Really?
Yep. I'm going
you
to be
going
this one.
here?
I'm going, but I haven't been. Dang near 25 years.
Wow.
Well,
Well,
that's not good. That's sad that I go nowhere. But
it's you drive apparently places you need.
yeah, well, but I go to Minneapolis and been to Kansas City and Chicago, but that's about it.
Oh, you're a 4-hour guy.
Something like that.
Get there in 4 hours. I'll go.
Right. Exactly.
All right, 7:30. Should we take a little break, Peter? All right, we'll take a break and be back.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections. Like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back to Friday. Gosh, am I glad it's Friday. We got another football game tonight.
Yes, we do.
So that'll be fun. I'm just going to stay home. I'm not going out because my TV doesn't turn off.
Yes, it doesn't shut off at 10 o'clock.
It's not. So, I think I got my hellos out of the way. Oh, Martha, you're right. That is gross.
It is gross.
But Matt pointed out that you are a nurse. You have certainly seen worse things than that, haven't you?
I would think.
My goodness. So I think we just need to get to this new page here.
All right.
We
So
have some
this is just statistics or what we believe to be facts.
things that we've heard over and over.
over and over, and so we've adopted them and just believed them
It's
blindly,
true.
right?
It's true.
Yeah.
Like for instance, you have to wait an hour after you eat before you can go swim.
Correct. Yep, that kind of thing. So these are things just like that you've heard over and over and over, so you believe them, but they are just simply not true. So
That's right.
the very first one dog year equals 7 human years. They did a study and said it's not really that easy. So determined that a 1-year-old puppy is equivalent to about 30 years old.
Holy smokes.
By the time they're 1 year old. But it's not every year is equal to 30 years. It slows down after that. So a 1-year-old puppy might be 30. A study found that a 4-year-old dog would be about 54 in human years, while a 14-year-old dog would be in its mid-70s.
How in
human
God's
years.
name did they figure that?
I don't know. And again, we believe that it's 7 years, and so they could tell us about anything. We just go ahead
It's
and believe
just
it
easier,
anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Whatever
7
now.
years. So, but that's
I've got a
not-
1-year-old puppy. She's 30.
exactly. Exactly.
We'll believe it.
Yep. So anyway, 7 years, not true.
The richest 1% of people own 99% of the wealth.
Yep, I've heard that.
We've all heard that.
We've all heard that.
They're really rich people.
Yes.
It makes sense to me that they own 99% of the complete and total utter BS.
Correct.
As of mid-January 2023, the richest of all the richest controlled slightly less than 50% of the world's wealth. 50%.
Yes, which
the
is
world's
which is not insignificant.
It's
but,
still a lot,
but yeah,
but it's not
it
99%.
is not 99%.
The poorest 50% of the people in the world own less than 1%.
Yeah, we cannot fathom how broke some of these people in India or Africa or wherever. I just don't think we can imagine the poverty levels that. It's just it.
You're right.
That's a whole other thing.
You're right.
Half of all marriages in the U.S. end in divorce, according to researchers.
At least half.
Yeah.
don't they?
Well, according to researchers, the divorce rate has never been higher than approximately 41%.
Is that right?
Yeah, which is still a high number, but it's not 50%.
I'll be darned. I would have thought it was still closer to 50%.
Yeah, 41%. That's what they say.
Easy peasy. 42% of Americans are obese.
Yeah.
This is based on BMI, body mass index.
Yes.
But there's no scientific basis for using BMI as the primary way to measure obesity. Yet it's widely used, even though experts at the Center for Disease Control state BMI screens for weight categories that may lead to health problems, but does not diagnose the body's fatness or health of an individual.
Yes. So it does not come up with a better solution than BMI, and it does not have a percentage of obese people. But
They just like calling us fat.
they just like calling us fat.
Obese.
So what's the normal body temperature?
It's 98.6.
98.6, but it isn't. A new study says it's actually 97.7 degrees is the average temperature for healthy adults. Although in the morning it's lower, and men and women are slightly different, and children are different, but 97.7, not 98.6.
How am I going to remember that? Because my whole life is
98.6. Nope, 97.7.
It's about that. Back in the Middle Ages, few people lived past the age of 40.
Not true.
You always thought that.
I always thought that.
That's not true.
Not true.
There's many people live past 40 and frankly live to be quite old.
Yeah, there was a big lengthy explanation on this. I didn't copy it, but it basically had to do between life expectancy and life something. So if you made it to 25, you were going to probably live a long time. So the numbers were just kind of skewed.
Because you'd have to make it past, getting eaten by dinosaurs.
Exactly. So I'm going to jump down here a little bit. We only use 10% of our brains.
No, I do.
No, that's true.
That's true.
That is
I'm saving the rest of it.
No matter who originated the idea, it is a false belief. According to neurologists, while there may be many points in a person's life, such as when they are resting, that only 10% of the brain is being used, it turns out that we use virtually every part of the brain, and that most of the brain is active almost all of the time. Let's put it this way. The brain represents 3% of the body's weight and uses 20% of the body's energy.
That's amazeballs.
It is kind of amazeballs. So we use more than 10%. Some of us use more than 10% of our brain.
I choose to everything in moderation. There's no point in overworking my brain.
Don't overwork the brain.
Listen, I think there's truth to that.
There could be.
I'm going to save this one above that for you.
Okay.
But I'm going to have to paraphrase. If you swallow gum, it's going to take 7 years to get out of your system. You knew that, right, Peter?
Yes.
Your mom told you that. Your dad told you. Quit swallowing your gum. It's going to be in there for 7 years. It's going to lock up in your gizzard or something, right?
Right.
Not true.
Not true at all.
It's just not true. You can't digest gum. That's true. But the gum, it can't stay in your stomach. It's going to travel through the person's digestive system, do that whole mile of whatever's down there,
Pretty quickly.
and you're going to poop it out.
Yeah.
No.
Pretty quickly.
You're not going to go diving through it. You believe it's still in your body.
Right. Yeah, I'm not.
you ain't looking
I'm
for
not checking.
You
That's
ain't
right.
looking for it.
It's like,
Well, that's in there for 7
wonder-
years. No point in me looking.
wonder if that gum is passed.
I'm thinking, did you write a calendar? And
Yeah.
7 years ago, I swallowed a piece of Wrigley. Should be due to come out about any time now.
There's one doctor that does a bunch of endoscopies, and he says, I've done a lot of X-rays of both children and adults, and I've yet to see a wad of gum lying around in his stomach.
That's funny.
All right, I'll do this one. You saved it for me. People swallow 8 spiders per year while sleeping. We've all heard that.
Why would that make sense to me?
Yeah, it said luckily there's no scientific evidence to support this. Arachnids have little interest in human beings because they're a type of we're not the type of prey that they normally hunt. And he says spiders regard humans much like they regard a big rock. We're so large that we're really just part of the landscape. There's also the probability that a person would likely feel a spider crawl across your face, even if you're sleeping, and swat it off before swallowing it.
So you could tell if a guy was peeing on you then.
If you can feel
You
a
could feel a spider walk across your forehead.
Right.
You should know somebody's peeing on you. That's what I'm going with.
All right, that's fair point.
That's a fair damn point.
Fair damn point.
What else we got up there?
Jimmy wants to hear some of Mom's nurse stories. Mom says there's many, but she's not sharing them right here over Facebook.
She's not falling for that, Jimmy.
Nope, not falling for it.
She's not falling for that whatsoever. My grandson, just really quick, it just popped into my head. He's got a triple header tomorrow in basketball.
Oh, geez.
I don't even know how he's going to make it. They played one game last week, and he was dead, red-faced, just tired as hell.
Is the tournament, I assume, of some sort? Or?
It's just a little kid basketball.
Right.
It's over at Lone Tree, and
Yeah.
Washington comes up. There's a lot of towns that come to
I've
this
been
thing.
there. My Bailey played in that tournament once.
So it's just a season-long league.
Yep.
Is what it is.
Yep.
But 3 games back-to-back, and then an hour break, and then the last one.
Wow.
Whew. I'm tired just thinking about it.
Yeah.
All right, we need to get set for the day, so should we take a break?
We should take a break.
You're on it. Very good. We'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Welcome back to Morning Breath. Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Ahoy, everybody. Chuck, you're not damn funny. That's not funny. That might be true, but I really believe I'm only using 10%.
10%? You're not.
But thank you, Chuck, for checking in.
Yes.
All right. Should we get set for the day?
We shall.
right.
It is 7:43 a.m. It is the 10th day of January. This is episode 227.
I think you're older than me, too, Chuck.
Temperature right now in Fairfield 28, Mount Pleasant 29, and Washington 28. And I believe it stopped snowing in Washington, but my little Apple app says it might be snowing in Mount Pleasant right now. So cloudy with a few showers early today, with a high of 31 and a low of 16. Today's headlines from the SoutheastIowaUnion.com in Fairfield. Jeff. I like the takeaways.
Jeff, you crack me up.
Yeah, Jeff does takeaways from a lot of the shows, and today's takeaway is, to a spider, I'm just part of the landscape.
I'm just a piece of landscape.
Yes. So thank you, Jeff. Today's headlines: Fairfield Maharishi school students and teachers all received gifts from an anonymous donor. In the Mount Pleasant area, the stray animals in Henry County will need to find a new shelter beginning in March. And Washington County EMS levy vote delayed until September at the earliest. If you want more on any of those stories and a lot more, SoutheastIowaUnion.com or Thursday's paper.
Swing in here, get a paper.
Grab a paper. Sports tonight, high school sports. Fairfield boys wrestling will be in Atumwa. Mount Pleasant girls wrestling will be at Highland. Washington's not at Highland. I looked. They're not wrestling at Highland. I thought that was weird. But anyway, they're going to a different tournament. Washington boys and girls basketball will be in Burlington. Mount Pleasant and Fairfield square off tonight in Fairfield for a boy-girl basketball doubleheader. On Saturday, the Fairfield boys wrestling will be in Atumwa. Fairfield and Washington girls wrestling are both at North Mahaska. Mount Pleasant boys wrestling is at Highland. And Washington boys wrestling is in Benton Community, and Washington and Mount Pleasant bowling in Muscatine. So
I'll be darned.
a lot going on in high school sports over the next couple days.
I have to say one more thing.
Say it.
My oldest granddaughter is is having a birthday tomorrow.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah. So we're gonna go celebrate today because of the triple header.
The triple header tomorrow, right?
Can't do anything about that.
Just tell him to move it. It's my granddaughter's birthday.
Well, it'd be nice. I'd like to do so. What will she be? She's born in 2012, so be 13.
Well, there you go.
How about
Big
that?
teenager.
Big teenager.
Big teenager.
Okay. Sorry I interrupt, but
It's
I
all
didn't
right.
want to forget because sometimes she listens.
All right. Well, happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Henley.
Henley. On this day I've put 199, so I don't even know.
There's all kind of. It's 1999.
It's 1999. On this day in 1999, the first episode of The Sopranos aired on HBO, and the dramatic series, which starred James Gandolfini and Edie Falco, was later widely hailed as a classic, and it is very,
For
very good.
6 years.
It is a good show.
Damn good show.
Tim, random joke, random quote, random fact.
It's time for random joke.
Random joke. Did I tell you that I got a tattoo recently?
You didn't.
I did. It's just it's kind of on my upper back, and it's just the outline of a teddy bear.
Okay.
Just it's not filled in or anything, just an outline. And when people are sad, I hand them some colors because sometimes people just need a shoulder to cray on.
Yep. Boy, Matt. It's going to be a while before I ask for one of those again. That's for sure. Hey, everybody, have a great weekend. Thanks very much for joining. Like, share. I always missed the third one.
Like, share, follow.
Like, share, follow.
And it does help if you subscribe. If you're not subscribed, if you just drop in and watch, which is great, but if you subscribe, follow, do all that stuff, it actually helps an algorithm, which helps us get more traffic. So if you're just one of those drop in, we love you.
Fine.
But go ahead and subscribe and like and do all those things.
It's not like we pester you to subscribe.
Right,
you know,
right.
we're not emailing you saying, hey,
Yeah, do it. Do it.
just come on in and be a subscriber, and that helps us reach more people.
It does.
Really, in the long run.
It does.
We will
That's
reach
the-
more people.
That's the thing.
So thanks very much for joining. Thanks very much for comments. Have a great weekend, and we will be back Monday.